What's going on YouTube? We're back again with another DBD topic video. Keep answers very short. If you're wondering if I'm quitting DBD and that's what this video is about, no, it's not that I'm quitting DBD. I'm just going to give you my concerns and how I don't feel comfortable with DBD's future. So if you're somebody that just wants to hear my thoughts, then I would love for you to stay for this video, because I feel like I cover a lot of stuff that I think some newer players don't understand, is because they're new and they're like headlighting like a deer to the headlights, and they're just happy about the game, which overall, don't let me be the one to stop you from enjoying the game. But I'm going to give you my concerns for somebody that has 4K hours and has been playing this game since closed alpha. So I'm going to tell you my thoughts about the game and where it's been and where it's at and why I'm not looking forward to the future. But yes, if you guys want to see more DBD videos, always like the video. It shows your appreciation to the channel, and the more likes I see, the more I'm eager to upload more DBD topic videos or even just gameplay. Either way, if you guys like it, then I'll bite my lip and just continue just to push forward and just thrive for DBD, for you, not for me, but for you. I'll do it. And don't forget to get the duck plushie, because once it's gone, it's gone. You have a couple of days to get your duck plushie. So once the campaign is gone, you can no longer get the duck plushie. All right, so in this video, I want to talk about a couple things why I feel very burnout and why I'm not excited for the DBD's future. One, let's talk about the one thing that just really irritates me. How many times we've told behavior that it just doesn't work and it doesn't feel right is a skill-based matchmaking. I just feel that this is a really bad thing for the game. DBD is its only kind right now that's very successful, and they feel the need to add a skill-based matchmaking. The problem with that is that when other games have it, they have other playlists to balance it out. There's only one playlist in this game. You're either fighting a super sweat squad that everybody's bringing like the best build for both, survivor and killer. But I have noticed that more of my games on killer have just been super sweaty, and I'm sure some of you guys understand that too. It depends on what, I guess, killer you're playing out, but whatever. There was even stuff that got leaked out of how skill-based matchmaking works. Basically, I think it's based off time or something like that. I didn't really pay attention because, again, I don't care much about DBD when it comes to like balancing issues, because this game is never going to be balanced. This game needs a whole relaunch just to like fix it, because the perk system, the map system, all that is just a big mess right now. They have a skill-based matchmaking in the high ranks or whatever, the high skill-based matchmaking. It's mostly hackers. Like, I don't know, I've seen like so many different streamers in the high, SBMM, whatever, and all of them are always facing hackers. It's so funny. How are you gonna have a skill-based matchmaking, but then you also have hackers that's been in the game since the beginning of the game? Oh my god. Another thing that just drives me nuts is that it's the same meta. They always come out and say, oh, we're shifting the meta, we're shifting the meta. No, you're not. Stop lying. You're coming out with boon totems, that's fun, whatever, but don't come out and say we're shifting the meta. No, you're not. It's the same thing. Killer, Pop, Barbecue, Noed, and then whatever else is out there. Survivor, Dead Heart, Iron Will, Self-Care, whatever. It's just, you're not changing up the meta. On Survivor, there's like 90-something plus perks. And guess what? People use the same 8 to 10 perks. So what's the point of having all these other perks if you're just going to have the same meta over the 4 or 5 years this game's been out? So it's very boring to me. And I have done fun builds against like really sweaty builds, and the game just ends within like 4 or 5 minutes because gens go fast and people feel that, that's the only objective in Survivor. So I get it why the gens fly. There's certain teams that sometimes when I play solo Survivor, I don't know if you guys are like this, you always get a teammate that's just doing chests and totems. But when you play killer, you just get people that just rush gens, which is crazy. So the lack of meta changing is always boring to me, because it's just been the same thing since this game first came out. One thing I always wanted to talk about is this game lacks new stuff. And yes, they're introducing boon totems, and yes, they introduced zombies for like, AIs, whatever, but you got to think about it. This game has been out for 5 years, and you're telling me that's the only creative idea they have over there? Oh, let's make blue lit totems and let's have a AI zombie that camps you on the hook. You got to be joking me, right? That's your best idea. The last good idea that they had was the endgame collapse, and guess what? You can counter that by just not opening the door. And they never even addressed it that, hey, we have noticed that people are finding ways to counter that, so we'll find a way. No, it's been like 3 years since the endgame collapse, and nothing has been changed, nothing new. That's what I'm talking about. There's nothing new about this game. It's been the same game since it first came out, and that's why, like, some of the times I'm just like, I'm not eager to play DBD because I already know what I'm getting myself into. And yes, I am excited for the boon totems, but from the feedback and everybody playing the game and streaming their videos, it seems like it's a hit or miss. I just knew for a fact that it wasn't gonna blow, everybody crazy. Like, oh my god, this is gonna revive DBD to its, high form. No, it's just another totem perk. It's not like a in-game change that's gonna make the game more fun. It's just you have to purchase this character if you want the damn perk. Unbalanced perks and killers. This is another thing that I hate just like always talking about in my stream, because people will ask me like, what's the best build? What's the best this? I'm like, it's the same thing for over the 4 or 5 years, my dude. So unbalanced perks, we still have so many perks that are unbalanced. I'm not gonna get into which ones. You should already know which ones are already unbalanced. And for killers, I talk about unbalanced killers because how many times have they put out a killer that was either too weak or too strong? The last killer that I can think of that was pretty like balanced when they first came out in the PTB and into the release, I would say probably Blight. Yeah, I would say Blight was probably the last one I felt like when he was in the PTB, I was like, I like him in the PTB. I just didn't like how short he was. But every time they come out with a character like Trickster, like the Twins, like Deathslinger, these certain killers have literally no counterplay. And that's what I mean by unbalanced. The Spirit, I saw the Spirit change. I still saw Spirit mains just destroying everybody. So like the changes don't do anything. They don't understand their own killers. That's why I'm always like, oh man, whatever, like, new killer they're gonna have out, I just feel like it's not gonna work. It's very unfun on the survivor side, and sometimes it's unfun on the killer side, because sometimes when they put out a killer like Ghostface, when Ghostface came out, he was probably the worst like killer in the PTB history. Like, you had no idea. Like, he had like this weird whoosh sound from like 20 meters that you can hear. Like, it was so bad. This is what I'm talking about when I always say these devs don't play their game. They don't understand these changes. I feel like they pay people to play their game, and these players are just like average rank. I know there's no rank anymore, but rank 20s, you know what I mean? And they just give them feedback. Oh yeah, yeah, we worked on it. Good to go. Yeah, good to go. Ship it out. And they didn't really test it. That's why it irritates me that we're in what, 6 years, almost 6 years into DBD, and the devs just don't get it. They don't get the mechanics of their own game. One thing, the game-breaking bugs that are still in the game. One is that, when you down somebody, they have free iron will on the floor, meaning that they make 0 sounds. That's been in the game for almost 2 years, and it's still there. Not to mention, they still have the issue where, like, certain totems you can cleanse. Same thing for kicking gens. There's certain areas where you cannot kick a gen. You have to like go the opposite side. These are game-breaking bugs that have been in the game for so many years. And I know what you're saying. All games are like that. But like, if you really think about it, these are just small, major like things. A sound glitch? You're telling me that's a huge problem? You're telling me kicking a gen, you're not allowed to kick this way of a gen because reasons? Another thing that irritates me is they put changes that no one asked for. You ever notice that? They never give us what we want, like a new playlist or something that, different customization. How can I customize my shoes, shorts, shirt, ear, head, like not ears, but you know what I mean, like earrings, whatever, head, face. Can we get more customization? No. You know what you get? You get a new HUD that nobody asked for. You get new animations that nobody liked in the beginning because they were horrible. They put in stuff that no one even asked for, and they ignore the requests that people want in the game. I'm not saying mine, because I have a simple one that I want. Just give me a fun playlist where I can mess around, like a random perk list or something that's something to do with something else. That's all I ever asked for in this game, and they still haven't done it. Oh, and the last thing I want to talk about is that the maps are horrible, dude. Every map they have come up with is just horrible. They uploaded the same map from Resident Evil 2. They basically imported it into their game and just added a couple little things, and boom, we have Resident Evil 2. That map is great in Resident Evil 2, but it doesn't work for DBD. They didn't even bother changing a couple things. They just added a palette here, added a loop here, and boom, we have a great game. That is one of the worst maps. Then we had Hawkins. Hawkins is finally going away. I'm a little bit sad, but I'm also more of happy that I don't have to play on that map anymore. And if you think about it, all the other maps they put out are, I mean, you know what? As stupid as it sounds, and I hate it, I think Saloon was the last decent, I'm going to say decent map. It's pretty killer-sided in my opinion. It depends how you loop the main Saloon area, but I still think Saloon's the last good map that we had, like, that was decent and didn't feel broken at times. But yeah, I'm not excited for DBD's future because everything they put out is just not exciting. They're gonna do like what, a For Honor crossover? I guess that's cool. It would have been better if, like, I don't know, if they got another horror license to do a crossover. I don't know what other game they could have done. HUD Showdown wouldn't make sense, but that would be cool if they did a HUD Showdown, like characters, like, you know, cosmetics wise. But I don't know, it just seems over there in behavior they just don't have any good ideas, and I feel like they're running out of stuff to do. And I feel like another year you're gonna come back to this video and be like, damn, it's the same game, Jay, and you were right. And if I'm wrong, then come back another year later and say I'm wrong. But again, I don't want to be like a negative Nancy. I'm just telling you how I feel about the game, how I feel about DBD. It's just right now, it's just not a fun game for me, but I play it for you guys. I don't play it for my pleasure. I play it for your pleasure, and you guys enjoy it. And I guess you like me playing it somehow. I don't know. I'm just not very optimistic for DBD's future. I think it's going to go downhill. I don't think there's anything that can save this game. It needs a whole new... I don't want to say DBD 2 because they're not going to do that because they know that nobody's going to buy it and nobody's going to play it. It's going to be the whole Overwatch 2 incident, which is true. But I just think DBD is at a point where it's unfixable. And if you think I'm wrong, right? Think of it this. All the cool skins that have come out in DBD were done by fans, and that they won like the contest, whatever, and they put it in the game. Also, have you seen the mods done by really cool, I guess, modders? Those are badass skins that were like, somebody made a better version of Trickster's skin, and I'm like, this is done by a fan. It blows my mind that it just feels like DBD is going nowhere. And sure, you're brand new to the game and you're loving it. Hey, enjoy it, because I'm telling you, years from now, you're going to look back and be like, why did I waste so much time on DBD? But the short answer is I still love DBD in the aspects of just, I was there in the beginning and I'm still here kind of playing it. DBD to me is like a relationship that I have history with, right? But I don't like this person, but I'm with them because I do care about the game. If I didn't care about the game, then I would never, ever, ever play it, and I would never, ever talk about it. But I care about it so much that I really wish that somebody would just knock DBD off their ass and get their ass going and start making better content. Who knows? That could happen very soon. Who knows? I want to hear your thoughts down below, how you feel about DBD. That's my question. Do you feel that DBD can make a comeback with better stuff, better gameplay, better playlists? What do you think that DBD needs right now that would make it more fun for you? But thank you guys again for all the love. Don't forget to like the video if you did enjoy this. Make sure to follow all my socials. I do have a TikTok. I do have a Discord, Instagram, all that. Please come by the Twitch. I would love to see your face there. And please get that duck plushie. But yeah, my name's Jay, and I'll catch you in the next one.